Wanna fight for 100th time? We. Elvis and his manager, after deciding to sell both I Love Elvis badges and I Hate Elvis badges in order to profit off of people who aren't buying Elvis merchandise. NASA scientists in 1990, after finding out they spent $4.7 billion on a space telescope that it only takes blurry ass pictures because it wasn't assembled correctly. The Pope, I can't let you do that. That is against the Bible. Monarchs. Napoleon dealing with his enemies. Napoleon dealing with his unfaithful wife. British expeditionary forces in the Victorian era when they come across some floofy doggos whilst raiding the old summer palace in Beijing. Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the sword of 1,000 truths? I'm afraid it is. Swords will always be outclassed by spears. Shut up, shut up. Looks like you forgot your Romanian lesson again. You know what happens now. Me who knows? France's Vietnam was Vietnam. Spain was France's Vietnam. Yeah. The French had their own Vietnam in Spain. Mayo. Successful generals before being executed for treason. Emperors love it when you can show them you're better than they are at something they love. Romans when you top off their perfectly good dish by covering it in a bunch of rotten fish. World War I generals when a bunch of 19-year-olds refuse to go over the top and get mowed down by enemy machine guns. Israel after winning the Arab-Israeli Wars, 1948-49, Israel's War of Independence, 1956, Suez Crisis, 1967, Six-Day War, 1973, Yom Kippur War, 1982, Lebanon War. Colonial powers, we are going to adapt your ideas. For science right. For science right. When you live in Pompeii and you woke up late on October 24, 1979 AD. Hey Ireland, why are you fighting for the Boers? I don't care if you win. I need England to lose. Random island enjoying freedom. Britain. Mao Zedong. Behold, the great leap forward. Are you sure this is going to ensure sufficient food supply? Food supply? Austria-Hungary when Serbia accepts most of their demands. I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. The ancestors of the Romans, as soon as they reach Italy, pizza time. Thomas Edison casually stealing invention ideas to rebrand with his own name on the patent. Americans in Vietnam War movies. Americans in Vietnam War. Napoleon becoming emperor after receiving 99% of votes. If you ever had a bad day, remember that this dude made a banger of an anthem for his country, but then his country fell apart 4 months after the anthem got adopted. No one. Not a single soul. Spain, ding dong, your religion is wrong. People with disabilities. Circus owners during 1800s. American soldiers returning from the world wars. American soldiers returning from Vietnam and the global war on terror. If you can't stop Christians from causing trouble in the empire, just become Christian. James Monroe accuses Alexander Hamilton of embezzling government funds. Alexander Hamilton, no, but I did cheat on my wife. Fred Hampton in 1960s Chicago convinces blacks, Hispanics, and poor whites to drop their differences and band together toward social change. FBI, he's too dangerous to be left alive. The Czechs when they realized that they're not invited to the Munich argument, 1938, colorized. Germany and Italy, France and Great Britain, Czechoslovakia, where my representation. Literally everyone on Earth suffocating since King Midas has touched the air molecules in the atmosphere. Arguments for nuking Japan in 1945. Koreans and Chinese. Swiss guy. So how we are gonna make money? Some other Swiss guy. Everyone. What Japan did in China and Korea during World War II was so brutal and inhumane. What happened there should be remembered. Meanwhile, Indonesia, that had 3 million of its people killed by the Japanese during World War II, and almost nobody remembers them. Time traveler. Hey, what year is this? Soldier. It's 1916. In the middle of the Great War. Time traveler. Oh, you mean World War I. Soldier. What war? What now? What if scientists said pi is approximately 3.14159, but Indiana Assembly voted pi equals 3.2? Germany in 1905. Germany in 1925. Ancient Mesopotamians, after putting wood and animal intestines together, shredding intensifies. Austria. Everyone crapping on Germany for starting 2 world wars. King George II. So Lord Loosebottom. How goes the War of the Austrian Succession? Lord Loosebottom. The Jacobite army is 100 miles outside of London. King George II. The what? Tortoise versus tortoise formation. Isn't civilized. Is civilized. Can't be used to fight barbarians. Can be used to fight barbarians. Head is exposed to barbarian projectiles. Body is completely protected against barbarian projectiles. Can't leave its shell. Can form into the testudo whenever and wherever. Only can protect itself. Protects you and your best mates. NASA begging the government for more funding after the Apollo 11 landing, because nobody gives a crap about the space race anymore. The rest of the world. When you make champagne, it's still champagne. When I make champagne, it's sparkling wine. That doesn't seem fair. Napoleon in Egypt be like, you know, I'm something of a scientist myself. Disney. What inspired you to throw animals off a cliff and film it? Hello, I like money. Every country gaining independence. Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania gaining independence. The 13 colonies declare unilateral independence from Great Britain and establish the untied states of America. Morocco, of all people. That is awesome. F Napoleon Bonaparte. All my homies hate Napoleon Bonaparte. Me, a furry, on my way to time travel to find 2 orphans in order to start the Roman Empire. It is time to go. Was I a good soldier? No. You were the best. Christians, when trying to make their religion more palatable to pagans by incorporating aspects of pagan religions into Easter. Can I offer you an ice egg in this trying time? Carthage, USA, being a colony that outgrows its original homeland. A rare picture of an Aztec doctor performing heart surgery. Zeus, who got the heavens. Hades, who stuck with the underworld. Poseidon, who got the oceans. Found a federalist nation with the explicit plan of not having a standing army. Less than 300 years later, be the greatest imperial power since the English. Spain and Portugal make huge empires spanning the globe. Britain and France. Gandhi explaining to his followers why he absolutely has to sleep naked in a bed with his grandniece to prove he's not gonna ref her. What parents see. What the kid sees. Let me get this straight. You're willing to fight all of Europe to protect your new revolutionary government? Correct, madam. The Irish every few years. Revolution time with Catholics and Prots. Cheap gasoline for cars. It contains lead. You get off the bus after a long day of work. Some guy approaches you and asks in broken Spanish if you have a moment to talk. You try to leave, but 2 more men come up behind this guy and tackle you. You realize all of them are Jews. Slaves reading their new rights after the American Revolution. It's blank. US military tactics. Viet Cong military tactics. Dig a tunnel, dig a tunnel. Diogenes, when Alexander the Great said he could wish anything from him. Come closer. I need you to lean back. You're blocking the sun. The coins in a pocket of a World War I soldier managed to stop a bullet. You might say it was his life savings. Egyptian hieroglyphs remaining undeciphered for well over a millennium. A French soldier discovering the Rosetta Stone during Napoleon Bonaparte's Egyptian campaign. The UK. You want to demonstrate your country's moral superiority over other countries. You portray citizens of other nations as violent drunkards to justify it. There's a football match. 21st century Japan. 19th century Japan. My body feels like a giant knot. The knot. Builds second largest navy in the world. Uses it exactly once for an inconclusive battle with the British in the Great War. Destroys all its ships after losing the war. POV. You started to sell oil in euros instead of dollars. No one. Japan in the 30s and 40s. Sometimes you just wanna commit a war crime. Octavian watching Mark Antony read Caesar's will. After all these years. Australia vs emus. China vs sparrows. Japan vs crocodiles. Finally I have them all. Memes about history. Literally just propaganda. Battle of Stalingrad ends. Romanian soldiers to Germans. That was utterly terrifying, and I regret having joined you. When someone asks Japanese about war crimes during World War II, la 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 we were just nuked. The Romans fell in 476 CE. The Romans fell in 1453 CE. Pope Urban II. Every able-bodied person must take up arms and reclaim the Holy Land. Random peasant lady. My goose has been blessed by God. Can he come? France in war. France in a revolution. Thank you for watching this video. Tune in at 5 PM British time for a video of changing topic. And at 7 PM for daily juicy memes. Check out my Discord server using the link in the description. Also be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you didn't already.